Hello and welcome to Softball SA at beautiful sunny West Beach on wonderful Ghana country. You are tuned in to Spacequake Sports showing Softball SA. We have a face-off today against Walkerville Cats versus Port Adelaide Magpies. My name is Lana Kaysler and I am joined by the beautiful Maddie Cameron and Lee, a repeat of earlier message. Hull, welcome guys.
Hello.
Hello, Lana. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So we've got a big face-off today. Any first opinions on the game?
Oh, I think that Port might steal this one away from Walkerville, but I think it's going to be a nice competition today. Good weather.
Yes, but I think with the advent of Johanna Grower coming back, along with Gemma Letton, that's two big pluses in the field and in the batting.
Absolutely. Now, they've faced twice already, so this will be the third time they play each other. Port have seen the winners circle twice, with the first win over Walkerville being 13-3 with Johanna Grower in the circle, and the second win being 5-1 with Charlotte Dubrovcek in the circle. So they've had a win with two different pitches, so it'll be interesting to see how they go.
I think Walkerville want to steal this one away, get back on the board, because they're currently sitting at fourth position and Port is second, so they'll be looking to increase that.
Yes, I think Walkerville in general, they've got a lot of very good players, very experienced players at this level, and they can't be down for too long. Maybe this is their chance, but Johanna Grower she's really tough to get away, as you girls would have testified playing against her.
Yeah. Lee, do you want to take us through?
I'll take you around the field if you like. At first base for Port Adelaide, it's Georgia Burr. Second base, Tara Liddy. Third is Charlize Callahan. At shortstop, it's Taylor Chillingworth. The outfield from left to right, it's Amelia Dolphin. It's Gemma Letton. And it's Taylor Oates. And the pitcher for this game, as we've mentioned before, is Johanna Grower pitching to Nicole Menther. That's an interesting change there.
Yeah.
It's just see how Nicole used to be a very good player for Walkerville years ago, if you girls remember, and could hit the ball. So
definitely.
This will keep her eyes wide open, catching somebody like Yo at that pace.
Absolutely. We see Jess Maslin starting on the bench today. She's been the key catcher for Yo this year, so they might just be giving her a rest. Unsure why she's starting off. I'm sure there's a wonderful plan there. We've got some key pickups in the field there. Maddie, do you want to spotlight some of the fielders that you think are people to watch in today's game?
Yeah, sure. Now, Port, they have quite a extensive hitting lineup. They've got some junior players, but they're all the top 5 of their team, which includes Johanna the pitcher, Gemma Letton, Cara Tilton and Nicole Menther, Amelia Dolphin. They're all hitting over 400, which is pretty crazy, isn't it, Lance?
Yeah.
For a batting average.
Absolutely. And I think a couple of them are pretty specky with the glove as well.
Now, Yo has a ERA of 1.9, which is pretty crazy. So I think they missed her on Wednesday night, but looking for the challenge today. Now we've got Sophie King in the box to start off the Walkerville Cats. Now Sophie is top of her hitting lineup for Walkerville, and she is hitting at 560, which is crazy.
Not a shy average, isn't it?
No, you'd take it, wouldn't you, girls, both of you?
Absolutely.
I know both of you had really good averages last year. I think, Maddie, you had some astronomical average at one stage, like 800 or something minor like that.
We've seen Sophie King use a large array of, hitting techniques, you could say, in the game as well. She's very quick to drop a running bunt as well, just getting through this field with a single.
Let's pop this one up, and it is dropped in. So that's a good start for Walkerville
Safe
Cats.
left side hit for Sophie. That's dropped just in the third base, shortstop, left field Bermuda Triangle. So she knows how to pick a gap, Sophie King.
She does. That is a hard spot, that one. Lance, how do you feel that little gap there when you're playing either third or shortstop?
Yeah, it's a difficult spot to cover because sometimes, obviously, with the sun and wind can play a part as well.
Shape for bunt for Steph Colette. She's just popped that one up.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward spot, but once you get that communication right, which I'm sure Callahan and Chillingsworth will nail that shortly.
Now she'll be looking to put this one down as Sophie King at 1. She's got some wheels, so want to get her in a good position for the rest of their lineup. Just missed that one behind. Job done.
Lee, you would be bunting still in this situation?
No.
You love a bunt.
I certainly would. I do not like the bunt on the first pitch because the pitch is not going to give you something down the middle. And they usually go foul or get caught by the catcher.
Strike 3 for Steph Colette.
She did her job though, Steph,
She
and she
did.
got the runner in
Yep.
second.
Now good position for Chelsea, who she is hitting 3rd in their averages. She's got an average over 300. And she's been hitting well. She had a really great game last weekend.
12 plays she was involved with. It tells you how she can play shortstop.
Yeah.
And
very
another
strong.
Aussie Spirit representative as
Yeah.
well in the box.
Absolutely.
She's a quality player.
She is very versatile. She's popped that one up for strike number 1.
So far, Yo's using the plate really well. She's, I guess, mixing it inside and outside to move her, I guess, the batters in different positions to where she might want them to hit. So good calling by Mentha behind the plate.
Shape to bunt. Oh, that one gets away. It's hard catching those rise balls, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Same result. She gets Kingy gets a base twice on balls that get away. And
Yep.
and that pace when they rise, you're going to have to be really quick to get up to it.
So suddenly we've got one out with a runner at 3rd.
And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Thankfully, that went nowhere near us again. I still have horrible flashbacks from that last time.
Last time, oh yeah, you had a horrible. You deserted me. You just went every man for himself, or in this case, every woman for herself.
Yeah,
Now,
well,
I think they're working the rise ball here. We've lost a few balls.
what would you be doing in this hitting count, Maddie?
Ugh. Look, you want to drive something. Chelsea's very good on the outside pitch, so you want to hit behind that runner. So single scores here. Perfect. Textbook. Right side hitting to score the first run on the board for the Walkerville Cats. Nice job by Chelsea. Just excellent textbook. Look at this on the leading team's replay.
Gets her hands beautifully right through the ball there, Chelsea. I think she practices that quite a lot to the shock of no one, so it's well done. Next up to the plate, we've got Desi Giamarellis, which I know you hold a soft spot for, Lee.
Yes, I think she's another quality player they have, and she's come back this year. Had a year off last year, so she's been around a while at this level. She's a very good player, knows the game, can play.
I guess there's a reason she's sitting in the top 4 hitters at the moment.
Yep.
So that first pitch was up for ball 1. She might have had a go at that one.
Excellent base
yeah.
running by Chelsea Robinson, pushing the bases, getting to 3rd quite easily, really, in the end.
Very smart base runner. Very hard to defensively protect that. Now, same position here. Desi would probably be looking to hit behind that runner.
Pop up to shortstop Taylor Chillingsworth for the 2nd out of the inning. Yo would be pretty happy with that result, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, yep. Great result. So now we've got 1 out,
2 out.
2 out. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's okay. 2 out. Up to bat is Sophie Roberts.
Another good long ball hitter. She has almost a 300 average as well for her team. So hopefully they can get another run on the board for this first dig.
She's batting as the DP for the catcher, Bianca Ramsey.
Fouled off for strike 1.
So it looks like Yo's given away the high ball, the rise now, and as you would, because there's been a few bases because of that given. So now she's going to have to throw something different.
Yeah, Yo can be dangerous when she gets ahead of the count. She can use her rise ball and her specialised pitches. Left that one for ball 1.
Sophie Roberts, I think we mention each timer on the commentary as a multi-sport player as well. I think that's what gives her a little bit of an edge hitting in this competition. She does play cricket, so I feel like that gives her the spot to hit the low pitches quite well.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Great shot.
Straight to left field. Sophie Roberts gets that. Amelia Dolphin throws it in slightly awkwardly, but gets it in, no chances. But Chelsea Robinson scores, so the score is now very quickly a 2-0 ball game.
Great perfect shot on the leading team's replay if you have a look there. And Chelsea Robinson just strolls on in for run number 2 on the board for the Cats.
Disciplined batting, isn't it?
It is.
And aggressive batting too. You know, when you face up against somebody like Yo, normally most batters will go after it. They think they have to swing harder and harder. No, you don't.
For
Just
sure.
have to make good contact.
So we've got Jenny Gray in the box now. She's had a big swing at that one for strike 1.
How do you
No.
think Yo's feeling in the circle?
Frustrated, I'd say.
Yeah.
Put yourself in her spot, you would.
She's left that rise ball for ball 2.
So with a runner on 1, and we've obviously got 2 out, are we thinking anything sneaky here or just put the ball into play?
Just try and get a shot like Chelsea.
Good swing for strike number 2.
That's fine, but now you just need to shorten up and just make contact.
Put the ball in play.
Yep.
I think that's what Walkerville need to do continuously to get this one.
You put the ball on the deck, you never know what's going to happen in this sport.
Yep. Now, Port are sitting second on the ladder league with 6 wins and 3 losses.
3 losses, yeah.
Now, interesting enough, their against is 37 runs against, 49 for.
Good walk picked by Jenny Gray. That leaves runners on 1 and 2, still with 2 out. So I think Port would be looking to get out of this inning. But you guys want to keep telling us where the ladder leads?
Yeah, that's a lot of runs for this early in the season against, because that can come back and really hurt you in the end.
For sure. So she watches that one over for strike number 1.
Got 2 hits last game. I saw Riley Moore, so that was promising for her as a pitcher.
She's come into the hitting lineup quite well recently, actually, probably because she puts the ball into play like that. Just avoids the play. Sophie Roberts running, and Taylor Chillingsworth completes the inning with a lovely standard play to first base for the 3rd out.
Yes, nice routine play for Taylor at shortstop there.
Lee, we have not done your favourites, which is the umpires. Can you take us around with the umpires today?
I certainly can. On plate, it's Neville, Treblehoff, Lawrence. First base, Mr. T, Kevin Tannenbring, or otherwise known as Dyson, because he picks up things like bats, helmets, etc. And on third base, it's one shade of grey.
We're going to do the
Ian.
lineups after this.
Yeah, so little Walkerville cat huddle there. Obviously coming out now. I know we mention it every week because we haven't really had a bad game, but how beautiful has the weather turned since yesterday was basically a hurricane?
Yes, no, it has. I think it's made the diamond nice and the dirt nice and moist, I guess.
Yeah, well, you don't want it to be too rough, do we?
No.
So we need more dirt.
Yep.
Lee, do you want to take us around the Diamante for the Walkerville defence?
Thank you. I'll take you around the diamond as well, Lana. It's at first base, it's Jenny Gray. Second base, Desi Giamarellis. Third base, Steph Colette. Shortstop, Chelsea Robinson. And the outfield at left field, Sophie King. Centre field, Kelsey Barker. Right field, Erin Reid. And we said we have a DP, that's Sophie Roberts, for the catcher, who's Bianca Ramsey, and the pitcher is Riley Moore.
So we made a comment on this last week, Lee, when we were having a bit of a fun in the commentary box, but they've used Bianca Ramsey again in the catching position and they've left Chelsea Robinson at shortstop. Do you think that's due to her excellent performance?
I'm sure it is, because everybody who was watching that game last week, there was a lot of action in that game. At least 10 plays of the year, I think, in that game.
Incredible.
And I think that's the best thing there.
Now, we're started off by Gemma Letton for the Port Magpies. Now, I think they've missed her in the lineup for a couple of games, so I
Yeah.
think this will be interesting to see how she comes back. She's also hitting at a incredible average of 550, so we'll see. She's got...
Fouls off to the right side of the diamond with a good hack to the right there, but a good pitch by Riley.
Likeable type of person, isn't she, Gemma Letton? Always smiling. Eric Bowler, one of our commentators, calls her the smiling assassin.
Absolutely.
I've nicknamed her the Riverland
Swing.
Roadrunner.
Foul ball. Foul ball, slight low pitch that she's swung out, but
Yep.
she's very aggressive. I think that's one thing you can always say about the Port batters, very aggressive.
So we've got a 2-0 count here. Oof.
On the right side of the plate, Gemma Letton gets caught swinging, and Riley Moore has her first strikeout.
Was that a bit of an off-speed pitch, do you think, Lana?
I think so.
Change up?
Bit of a dirty on the outside, I think
Yeah.
she got done by.
She did. They're always...
Good start for Riley and Bianca.
Next in the box is Amelia Dolphin. Leaves the first pitch on the outside of the plate. What's old Dolph's stats, Maddie?
I think they're pretty good at the moment. She is hitting 400.
Goodness me.
So she's had a great start to the season.
Low strike on the outside there. Yep, it's a good one to maybe leave, but she's needs to get back in there now with a
Yes.
2-0 count.
Now the second hitter that's been chasing.
Fouls off to
2-0.
the right side.
These are good pitches, aren't they? They've got something
are.
on them. They've got something on them.
Do we think there's been a few more off speeds and change-ups thrown this year in the competition? I see them a lot.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, and you know,
Not sure I like them in the box.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I know that
Fouls
for a
off right
fact.
side.
But it just stands to reason, it's a game of cat and mouse. Pitcher and catcher versus the batter in the box. Pitcher's job, not give the batter what they like hitting.
Well, look,
'Cause-
when you're down 2-0, you kind of have to swing at those ones, don't you, Lee?
Yep.
You have
You
to
do.
protect the zone. So not a bad pitching strategy to throw the few off speeds. So the count is 2-1. Oh, great
Beautiful shot just in the middle of third base and shortstop. Amelia Dolphin keeps that average nice and high and finds first base easily.
Great shot to start them off. Right in the karaoke hole, if we would say, Lana.
For all our Stars members, the karaoke is a stressful hole to fill. Up to bat is Johanna Grower, the US sensation that has now found her home in Australia.
Yeah, what can't she do? She's hitting at an average of 667. Pretty good start.
Yeah, she's pretty dynamite with the bat. Lee, do you ever see her get out easily?
No, I don't, in a word. But I think they should steal Amelia here and try this catcher's arm out.
Oh, she's
Popped up to the right side of the diamond.
Oh.
Desi Gimerellis has backed out of that play, obviously due to sun, which leaves Yo safely at first base and Amelia Dolphin safe at second.
Yeah, that 2 o'clock sun directly above can be a killer in that spot. So good start for Port. If we have a look at the leading team's replay, it's just right in that. top end.
The sun must be awful because you even see Jenny Gray. I feel like Jenny Gray thought it was more
Yeah.
right side than it actually was. So as soon as it hits that sunlight, it must be very, very hard to judge.
Now we've got Jess Maslin in the DP role. Now she's hitting over 300 as an average as well. So she was a new addition to Port this year, coming from the Seacombe Tigers. So I think they've definitely benefited from her.
Arrival.
Yeah. Now we've just got a little timeout from the Cats, just to sort of, I guess, focus on what they might do for Jess Maslin.
You'd think, I know, Maddie, you were involved in the game on Wednesday night. You would think that Port would be looking to make a bit of a comeback after Wednesday night's game?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think it helps with the addition of having Yo with their hitting. Might be a little bit less pressure.
Bit more confidence.
Yeah, yeah. But they're sitting second, so if they get the win, that will take it up to 7 wins 3 losses. So we might, if they win this, Sturt might have to definitely put the pressure on West Torrens tonight. Won't be
Yuck.
Luns.
We'll come back to that later. Riley Moore comes in with a wonderful first pitch, another sort of spinny off pace there.
Now, we've seen a bit of the double steal. Have you seen it in your games, Lana? With the runner at 1 and 2. Shape to bunt. Do we think, Lee, that there might be a double steal happening?
I don't think they will in this case, but it's a very good thing to do because you haven't tested this catcher out, new to the catching position. I know she can catch, but she's new to the position. She's having a great time. She doesn't have to throw it anywhere at the moment. Test her out. Now, Lana, you were a terrific catcher in your younger days.
Way back when.
Now
well, I remember you catching 12 games in a row in under 19.
Jess Maslin has absolutely smoked this, and it is over the fence. Oh my God, we are in for a game, my friends. Left field fence saw that maybe red hot off the bat, and she is absolutely pumped, as you would be.
What a comeback. That takes the score to 3-2. Hopefully we can have a look at that on the leading team's replay.
This was a perfect home run shot and off
She's shaped. Perfect.
God, that must have felt good off the bat.
Well, she was in the original side given to us, but she was obviously coming from work, so she was late getting here, and Taylor Oates was going to bat. Well, what a good move.
What a great shot. That's just perfectly flushed.
Not a hope in the world of catching that, sadly.
No.
Well, having to back that up is Charlize Callahan, who's hitting in the 5-hole today.
Hard act to follow, but I remember a girl called Ruby DeBro following Belle White last week, and she put one over.
Fouled that one off for strike 1.
Talking about that, Matty, just for a second, your Sturt players look, a lot of them in a state of shock when Ruby came round to home.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the senior players were talking about it takes a long time to hit the ball over. Lana will probably say the same thing, but Ruby came in first game and just see you later down the left field side. Now that's just off the plate for ball 1.
Charlize has worked her way quite nicely into the A-grade team as the constant third baseman for Port. So she's also sitting number 5 in their lineup, which means she must not be hitting too badly.
Yes, no. The Port, like I said before, Port averages are mainly all over 300. So that is a great... She's hitting, I think, about 6th, Lee?
Yep.
At 360.
Shot to shortstop Chelsea Robinson with an ever-reliable throw to Jenny Gray for the second out of the inning. Chelsea's probably a bit hungry for the ball. She's been a bit bored.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, how many? That is the first out or second out?
Second out.
Second out.
Gosh, where am I?
Well,
Somewhere between 0
Sorry, I'm
and
still
4.
replaying Jess Maslin's hit over the fence.
That's fair. Lee and I will look at the outs. Fouled to the right side, just drops in the middle of Erin Reid and Desi Giamarellis in the right area, and that is a foul ball from Taylor Chillingsworth.
Just those little pop-ups there around second base that we saw. If it's up there long enough, you've got time to get there, turn your back away from the sun, so you're not looking in the sun when they're up high enough.
Yes. Very difficult though, because I think when the ball is up, it gets to that point when it's coming down where you just lose it a little bit.
Yeah,
so
the apex.
it is very hard defensively to protect
that.
and to get
I'm not
them
saying
out.
it's easy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the...
Taylor Chillingsworth flies to centre fielder Kelsey Barker, who takes a very easy catch for the third out of the inning.
Thank you, Lana. I'm aware now.
All right, so, gang,
comeback.
we've got a 3-2 ball game at the end of the first inning. Now, that first inning felt like it went forever because there was so much action. What are some highlights from the first inning already, apart from the home run?
Well, we saw 2 easy runs for Walkerville, 2 hits by Chelsea and, was it Desi, to score those 2 runs in. And then Port, what a comeback. We've seen a lovely home run by Jess Maslin over the left side fence. And we also had some great team hitting before that. So great start for innings 1. Oh, my gosh. If this is what the game's going to be like, I'm a bit excited.
Well, if we have another bit of a squiz just at the ladder at the moment, you would argue that it's a very close ladder.
For sure.
So you've got Sturt sitting on top with 12 points, who are equal with Port Adelaide, also on 12 points. Sturt have a considerable amount less runs against than Port Adelaide. Then you've got Hills and Walkerville, who are both on 8. West Torrens on 6, and Glenelg yet to get across the line for their first win on no points. But it's a pretty tight ladder.
Yeah, very tight. So I think Port will be looking for the win.
There's a change in the field for Port Adelaide. It's Jess Maslin's come into the game, obviously, with a hit, and she's gone to first, and Georgia Burr's going out to right field.
There you go.
Thank you, Lana.
Oh no, that was perfect. We need that. We need the little tidbits to get us through. In the batting box, we have Erin Reid, who's hitting number 8 for Walkerville. What do you know about Erin, Maddie, in the years that you've played against her?
Oh, she's also quite a versatile player. So I think she's playing outfield at the moment, but she's been in the circle for them. I think she's quite a solid team member for the Cats.
Low for a strike from Big Nev.
Yeah, she used
no,
to.
I think she's,
you mentioned that she used to pitch a fair bit, didn't she?
She did.
Even at this Premier League level.
handy to have in a team is extra pitches. So no, and she got some nice hits against us last time we played them last week. So yeah, definitely when they needed it.
And that was just low for a ball for Yo. So I think Yo's got a little bit of work to do. Walkerville seeming to get onto her a little bit today. So she just keeps working hard in the circle. Another foul ball to the right side for Erin.
Johanna will be feeling really pleased with herself now that she's got a lead for her team with their batting. Because when you come in and you've given up 2 runs in your first dig, you're probably thinking to yourself a bit as the pitcher.
Just flies behind there on a low outside pitch. 2-2 is the count.
Now, if Erin can put herself on and Kelsey Barker, then we're back to the top of Walkerville's lineup and their strength. So what are you predicting, Lee?
I'm just watching, excuse me a moment, I'm just watching pitcher Johanna. She's shaken off about 3 pitches in a row then to the catcher. So
Doesn't want him.
Well, as we know, the pitcher-catcher relationship is really important to a game. Erin's just pushed this to second baseman, who's made the absolute easiest play. Well done by Tara Liddy, and we've got the first out of the inning.
They'll be really looking to get Kelsey on so her teammates can back her up and, like the first inning, hit her in.
she can hit a long ball,
Yeah,
hard
she
shot.
can.
She's a powerful girl, plays up at Central Districts as well.
Low inside for the first ball. Bit of movement behind the plate.
What do we think the wind's doing today? It's very chilly, even though it's a bit deceiving.
It looks like good home run wind. Although I'm not sure Jess Maslin's shot needed any wind assistance. I think that was gone and done.
For sure.
Well, both of you girls know what it's like to hit home runs on this diamond. We've seen them before.
Yeah, they don't come easily.
No,
so
they don't. It's been a while.
That made it look very easy. It's been a bit of a home run year, to be honest.
You should have just said, Lani, should have just
popped up, left it, foul. Good decision and good talk there by Johanna Grower, just calling out to Nicole Menther behind the plate just to leave that, just so they can have another crack at getting Kelsey Barker out in the box.
So if that ball bounced back into the field, then that would actually be a safe. So that's why they're trying to, if we have a look at the leading team's replay, just protecting that, making sure it stays out of the field.
Another foul ball behind on a very fast pitch. I wish we had the camera on that one. That would have been a zinger.
That would have had some fire on it. I
A
think.
zinger. It's not a word I've used before, but doesn't mean to say it's not.
Doesn't mean it
That's
can't
a-
come
It's
into
a
your
bit
vocab.
spicy.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
bit
right.
spicy, Lee.
A wonderful
great.
off
Yeah, that
pace
was
pitch
terrific.
by Yo for the third strike and the second out of the inning. She seems to be a little bit more back into her flow, Lee.
She does Lana and Maddie, and I think it's because now she knows we've got 3 runs, so this game's there for the taking.
Springing up to the plate, their lead-off hitter again in Sophie King.
Back to the top where their
Oh.
strength is.
Unlucky sort of foul tip there by Sophie. I think she was very excited to hit the ball, pulled out of the right pitch, which was a nasty rise ball, and it just sort of clipped her bat. So strike one on Sophie.
Been a very good player for a very long time, hasn't
She
she?
has. Now,
Yep.
if we just have a look at the statistics, Sophie's actually scored 11 of their runs for the season, which is the most out of all of their team. Probably a little bit difficult when there's no runners on for her to score.
Just a ground out there by Sophie to third base, Charlize Callahan for the third out. And we are back to the Magpies offense.
Now, I think the Cats will have to do, well, hold their ground so that Port don't do any extra damage in this second inning.
Would you say either of these teams are comeback teams?
I think Port, defensively, yeah, they can hold their own. And I think hitting-wise, they often get the ball rolling.
I think Sturt's the best home comeback because they don't allow you to get too many runs and they come back at the end. Sturt, in every game I've seen so far, have come back and won games by just hanging in there, not chasing a lot. So that's credit to them.
Absolutely. I think a lot of teams this year have a bit of fight in them because they know
Yeah.
that it's going to be such a close
For sure.
call towards March next year.
Yeah. Well, if you ask me, I think West Torrens are probably the best. I hate to say it.
Oh dear.
But, yeah, we really need to work hard to keep their runs down, especially in the end of the game.
Up to
Never
the plate.
safe.
Up to the plate. I'll just cut you both off
Yeah,
because I
that's
can. Is Nicole Menther, who's batting 7 for the Magpies.
Now, she's been a semi-new addition to their lineup. But, like I said last time, hitting at 500.
Through the right side of the diamond, Erin Reid comes up for a quick 9-3 play, gets away from the catcher Bianca Ramsey, and Nicole Menther will quickly find herself at second base.
Well, the problem there was it was a good hit out to the right field, got it in quick, but Bianca was in a perfect backup position, but she had her legs close together and it's gone off the shin guard, which
Yeah.
was unfortunate for her. But
Do
she,
we-
she made good position, though.
Do we think that if that throw was on, that she might have been out then?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
that was-
I think so too. It
Yeah.
would have been
Yeah.
very close. Georgia Burr makes a good play to Chelsea Robinson,
Good pick up.
who throws a little one-hopper to Jenny Gray at first base, who blocks that superbly for the first out of the inning. That's a great save there by Jenny.
Yeah, if we have a look at the leading team's replay, Chelsea just solid at shortstop, has held Nicole at second there, which is ideal. She's still in a good position though.
Low for ball one. How important are first basemen? I feel like first basemen don't get enough credit
No,
for
they
saving
don't.
the rest of their team sometimes.
They don't, especially with some wild throws when I was in the infield. Whew, so sorry.
Well, you know my thoughts about you playing in the infield, Maddie
I know.
Cameron.
Yes. No.
I think you are a dead set outfielder.
I can't see
Why
why.
is that, Lee?
You've got a powerful arm. You're a powerful runner.
Chopper hit to third base, Steph Colette, which just gets away from her and wisps out to the left fielder, Sophie King, who runs the ball in. So Tara Liddy has just really pumped the ball into the ground there, which I think we can all agree is sometimes one of the best hits to sort of get.
Get the ball on the
Yeah.
deck. You never know your luck.
Yeah, like you said, Lee. I think that's going to be their advantage today, and I think Walkerville need to do the same with Yo.
Up to bat is lead-off Gemma Letton, who has smoked it to the right side of the diamond. Unlucky catch attempt by Erin Reid. Gemma Letton is going to push third. She is on the heels of Tara Liddy, who's going to make a safe effort into home. Amazing work there by Port Adelaide Magpies, and they're running.
Excellent shot by Gemma Letton. Perfect right side hitting. Does the job, doesn't it, Lana? If we have a look at the replay there. Just got away of Erin Reid at right field.
Yeah, unlucky read of the ball there, but Gemma Letton is just so quick. She's going to take every single base that you can get.
Yeah. Just missed that one at home as well.
Yeah, the ball just dropped, didn't it, on Erin? She did the right thing. She sort of half dived at the ball, but just didn't stay at the glove, you know. Sometimes you can just fall over and stop the ball going any further.
So now that's taken Port's lead to 5-2.
In the bottom of the second inning, and Amelia Dolphin is up to bat, their number 2 hitter.
She'll belt this, I can tell you.
See, I don't know about you, Lana, but once
Shot up the middle by Amelia Dolphin, scores their 6th run. A wonderful, smiley applause from Gemma Letton as she crosses the plate. And the Magpies are on here.
Perfect shot up the middle if we have a look at that one on leading team's replay. That's what you want.
3 in the
6-2.
first, 3
Like
in
I
the
said,
second.
Good
Less
effort by
pressure.
Chelsea Robinson diving for that ball as well.
Yeah.
She is, as I've said before, one of the longest people I've ever seen, so it is unlucky that was out of her reach.
She is quite long. She's got those long limbs. Maybe she should have been in picture.
Oh, look, I would have backed it. If I've also seen her pictures, you haven't. It's probably safe that she's at shortstop or behind the plate.
Yes.
Up to bat, Johanna Grower pops up to the right side of the diamond in foul territory and is safe to swing for the fence again.
Now we've got one out here with a 4-run lead. Do we think they're going to do any of the short play lead?
No.
No? Hit away. It's working, I guess. So
Did you want to elaborate on that at all? Or
No,
that was
not really.
no full stop if you've got captions on this. No full stop.
I guess with Yo up, she's a power hitter. So
Pushes to the right side of the diamond. Jenny Gray's going to go for the double play here. Beautiful double
Nice.
play attempt by Walkerville, but Yo's just a bit faster than a slower runner. So they've just got the lead play, which is a good spot on play by Jenny Gray.
yeah.
Accidental really rhymed just then. Up to bat, the HRH, or home run hitter for those playing at home, Jess Maslin. Will she go for the double?
She has shape for the bunt.
Are you serious?
I think that's her
Yes, I think.
timing technique.
Yeah, for sure.
If I was a corner, I would not be moving in.
Just having a look at that almost double play on the leading team's replay.
Great slide.
Yeah, that was an awesome slide.
Ground ball to shortstop. Chelsea Robinson takes the easy lead out at second base. And although that was a quick inning, they scored a lot of runs.
They did.
Now, Lee, we've been saying since the start, not on mic, but we said that you're going to be one of the girls today. How do you feel about being one of the girls in the commentary box?
I don't think I could handle it. I'm glad I was born a male. Let's just put it that way.
It's a bit of a YTG day.
It is.
Yeah, the gals.
Yeah, the gals. Who have we got up next? Up for leading off, I'm pretty sure, is Steph Colette.
I think you're right, Lana.
Steph Colette spent some time in the college system in America, and if you follow her on any of her socials, she her coach from America sent her nationals ring.
Yeah,
did you
cool.
see that? Yeah,
Very
lots of
blingy.
Yeah, very blingy. Lots of diamantes because her college team was in her division their national champion. So she's got some real college blingaroony coming around.
How cool. Not sure how you'd coordinate that in the little outfits on your day-to-day, but
No, I feel like that would just sit in a like a glass cabinet of cool.
It needs a little box.
Yes.
Or
But
around
very cool.
Walk around the softball fields with it round your neck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Put it on a
it
little
did way too much. You should see it. It's huge. It did
It
way
is.
too much.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, then
I'll show you after. It's
Then
huge.
you just go and do some weights.
Some neck weights. Very common in the gym.
Yeah. Now, are we predicting a comeback, Lee? We spoke before about
Or how would they come back?
teams.
Well, by hitting the ball would be a start, I would think. No, I think. Look at her attitude now.
Yeah.
On the pitching rubber.
She's seeing fire, I think.
Yeah.
She wants to protect those runs.
Looks like Nicole Minth has actually settled in quite well behind the plate. As they must have had some chats in the dugout, and they seem to be pretty in unison now as a battery.
That's right, and we haven't seen a rise ball for a long time
No.
in this game.
Yeah.
2 strikes on Steph Colette. Coming in hot, Yo Grower. Just pokes at that one for another foul ball. Still on 0-2.
Now, Yo, this is sort of her strength, is 2-0 up. So, see if she...
15. No, also number 15 pitching to hit a number 15, which we all know is the best number. So, strike number 3, absolute zinger on the inside at the hands, and that is out number 1.
Too good. I think it's the hair. The hair is on point today.
She's got a couple cool braids, cool girl braids coming down the back. You would know about that, Lee. You often braid your hair.
Used to when it was long.
Chelsea Robinson has popped this up. Yo Grower right underneath it and securely... Oh, has to open her eyes at the end there because that would have been a very scary sunball, but she nails that for out number 2.
Don't worry, everyone else. Just take a chair out into the field because Yo will do it all.
And again, we have up Desi Giamarellis.
Now, last inning we saw Desi. In the first inning, she got a nice hit out to right field.
Yep, she did.
And then, is this her second
This
at-bat?
is her second at-bat.
Right, there we go. So, oof,
Was that a dead ball?
it was a dead ball.
Neb's all over it. The arms are up. The dead ball preach arms are up, and Desi gets to live another day. I don't think a ground out to third base would be what she's looking for. Hey, Lee.
No,
What's her specialty shot, do you reckon?
up the middle or to second base.
They are good shots. She's a bit clutch, isn't she, too? We've seen her come in with some...
Yeah.
And I hate to say it because I try and relieve some of these memories from my brain, but she's come in pretty hot in some grand final bursts.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Big
never
time
count her
player.
out.
Big time player. Big game player.
High for a ball.
As an outfielder at centre, I used to hate defending her as a hitter because she would always hit that gap in between centre and right. So had to get the wheels on a few times.
Those balls where you just got to get on your bike.
You do.
Foul ball over the back of the net. She stays alive in this fierce battle.
Yeah. Walkerville really need to get some more runs on the board.
To start a rally party.
Yes, they need their rally hats, I think.
Yes. Very important rally hats.
That's a good pitch, though.
Yeah.
I would almost go as far as say unlucky that that wasn't a third strike. But Desi lives again. We have full count, 3-2. Let's see what magic can unfold.
Is it too cliche to say?
Oh, my
Cats-
God.
cats
Beautiful
have
shot.
9 lives.
Cats do have 9 lives. And Desi Giamarellis has hit a beautiful shot again to the woo-woo karaoke in between third base and shortstop for their first runner of the inning.
Yeah, great shot.
However, 2 out. So it will need to be a 2-out hitters rally. But no one
Possible.
better up at the plate than Sophie Roberts.
Yeah, she's good for a long ball to push her runners around. So
Inside for strike 1.
predictions, Lee?
Prediction? I think she'll go down swinging.
I love the brutality. She's popped up just behind, safe as houses though, because that's probably going to hit someone's car. Maybe mine. I've already got hail damage, so just claim that as well.
What's another ding?
Yeah, what's another ding? She's touching her front shoulder there. What's one of the hitting cues that you think she's going with at the moment, Maddie?
Look, I think she's trying to keep the hands on the inside and try to drive the ball. So sometimes as a hitter, you just need little reminders to do the basics.
Do you have any hitting superstitions or hitting cues? Any safe words?
Oh, sometimes I say to myself as a Sturt player,
Beautiful shot by Sophie Roberts, way over left field, which has sent Amelia Dolphin running. Desi Gimarellis is going to push third. She's going to push home. It won't be close. And it's a stand-up double by Sophie Roberts. Lots of applause for that one. And the Cats are back in the game.
That's what they needed. Lee, we might need to work on the crystal ball.
Yeah, I think
look at
that's 3 and 30. No, how long I've been here?
Great
47
shot.
years. Yeah.
You're not the aura anymore, Lee.
Until the next batter, you mean?
Sorry, Maddie, I cut you off as well.
No, that's okay. Nothing better, though, as a runner, when you just can casually run through home plate.
They've gone a fake bunt steal with 2 out. And Sophie Roberts has gotten out stealing there.
Have a look at that.
On the leading team's replay. The throw is there very early and
very close play.
It's a very close play. The Chillingsworth's glove was in front of the foot there, so a good call by our ever reliable umpires, to which no players ever think are wrong. And we see the middle of the third inning, and the Magpies are still leading 6-3.
Now, they got 1 on the board, so that is good for the Cats. But, yeah, like you said, Lana, still chasing 3.
Sorry, I do want to hear the end of your question that I asked before. So when you're hitting and when you're in a big hitting count, what are some sort of cues that you might be thinking, or maybe little superstitions, or, you know, any sort of positive self-talk for all the avid batters that just want to be you at home?
Look, there's a lot of things going on when you're hitting, so I just try to keep it simple. And the number one for me is just watching the ball. So that's one thing that I focus on. Sounds a bit silly, but if you're not watching the ball,
how are you going to hit it?
Absolutely. And another Sturt thing is get in the spar. That's just another little saying.
Describe what the spar is like.
Now, this was a quote from a Year 6 student that I coached, and she said to one of her teammates, get in the spar. It just means relax.
Oh, I love that.
Relax. So I took that one away.
Beautiful shot. That's obviously what Charlize Callahan was thinking, because she has smoked this one up the middle. First pitch, see you later, single to Callahan.
She's most definitely in the spar.
She was absolutely in the spar. That was a relaxed shot. Beautiful. Lee, are you in the spar right now? Are you relaxed?
I am comatose with that statement.
Brings up to bat Taylor Chillingsworth, who is surprisingly hitting number 6 for their team, because she's also a fierce opponent at the moment.
I think maybe their tactic there is just to spread their strong hitters throughout their lineup, just to push them through.
Great call. Down the middle pitch from Riley, and Chillingsworth has just fouled that off to the right side, which brings her up to a 1-1 count.
Now, I think their focus has just been to hit away and not to worry too much on the short game. So,
bunt played to first base, Jenny Gray, who makes a very easy play to Desi Gimarellis at first base for the first out of the inning. So, Chillingworth has pushed Callahan to second base, and now they've got a runner in scoring position.
I think you passed the crystal ball on to me, Lee, because I literally just said they're focusing on their long ball hitting and they've dropped a bunt. Surprises.
Have you lost your power? He's speechless. Up to bat, Nicole Menther, who was behind the plate for the Magpies today. She had a shot to right field at her last at-bat, which could have been a dicey play at first base, but she pushed it out to second for a double. So we'll be fierce with the bat again.
Yeah, they've been hitting really solidly throughout their lineup. And like I said, I think when they've got runs on the board...
Shot to centre field. It'll be straight down the throat of Kelsey Barker, who makes an easy catch there for the second out of the inning. Riley will be happy with that result.
Yeah, still a great pitch, though, and a great hit out to the outfield there. But I think, Port hit their best when they're leading, when they've got some runs.
She's had a couple of soft catches to come to her, hasn't she, Kelsey?
Yeah, well, that's what you want.
That's what you want.
Oh, that is a
it's a
hard
run. It's a
hit
run.
by Georgia Burr.
And
Callahan is going to push for home and scores standing up easily. Unlucky shot there to the backhand of Gia Morellis, but it was a hard hit by Georgia Burr, and she sees a big ribby and RBI single to first base.
just on the backhand there. Just missed that. Sometimes the ground can be a little bit...
Dicey.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be the word that I
That's
would
generous.
use.
Ball on the outside for Tara Liddy. She had a nice hit to left field last inning.
Now we've got 2 out here, so will they continue like cats, the two down rally?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice
Low
pitch
inside for the first strike. So a 1-1 count. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A 7-3 game with Port leading on this beautiful, beautiful sunny day at West Beach.
Now you might see both teams looking at their
Low
wrist.
for a ball that just gets away from Bianca Ramsey. Georgia Burr safely stands up at second base.
Both teams looking at their wrist for their signals, which is would you say, Lana, an American type tactic?
Yeah, well, I've never seen it in Australia,
Yeah.
so it must come from the States.
Most do.
Low inside for a ball. We've had lots of crazy Americans come over here and play, haven't we?
We have.
Lee, any favourites from the bunch?
Favourites easily, well, Monica Perry stands out, but
Ground ball hit to third base, Steph Colette, who makes
Good
a
play.
very easy play on the run. Pretty to watch, actually, for the 3rd out for Walkerville.
yes, just on that, Monica Perry is the best I've seen, in my opinion, but Gabby Schneider is the person I would pick every day of the week. Can bat, terrific batter, and really good pitcher. I don't think as good a pitcher as Monica,
For sure.
but yeah.
For those
But-
playing at home, who did Gabby represent when she was here?
Gabby was Walkerville, yeah.
Yeah.
And, of course, Monica was your team,
Yes.
wasn't it?
The
Stern.
Falcons.
Yeah.
I had lots of experiences getting struck out by Monica.
Your teammate, Carly Allen, I reckon, got 2 safe hits off her in a couple of finals.
Yeah.
was-
Yeah.
Very
Scary
fortunate
games.
to be on the same team as Monica, so didn't have to face her.
And it helps you're not chasing balls out there in the outfield at centre
No.
field in your case.
No,
No,
I
for
definitely could have had a deck chair handy at centre field. No, great calibre. And we've had lots of great
I'd
Americans.
also argue some of the most animated Americans might rhyme with Schmicky McFarlane, who I hope would listen to some of these coverages.
And another fellow Port player, Katie Sutherland Finch.
The hyphenated, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
who had like 150 strikeouts one game. I'm joking, but it felt like that.
Yeah, well, I think for the season, absolutely.
Jenny Gray swings for this, pops up. Jess Maslin goes for the diving catch, is frustrated and
effort.
accidentally misses that. However, in foul territory, give it a crack.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's terrific, isn't she, Jess? She will throw herself at everything.
Yep.
You can't ask for anything more than that as a coach.
Gutsy
Believe me.
player. Absolutely. Jenny Gray in the box for the Cats. Again, goes for a lower pitch, pops up to Charlize Callahan for out number 1.
Now, yo working that rise ball can be a good tactic to get the other team hitting the balls in the air. Pretty easy out.
Get some cheap outs, as we
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah, if they're not swinging at it and getting struck out, they're popping up. So brings up Riley Moore. Speaking of swinging at a rise ball, starts off with a strike for Yo. Has a bit of a chuckle in the circle. I think that was higher than she maybe anticipated it to go.
Well, you know, with the speed on it, it's coming in. Looks nice.
Oh my God, that is a dirty off speed, and Charlize Callahan has gobbled that up for the second out.
Oh, that pitch.
I'm sure
She
we'll
had
see it
to
on
go.
a replay somewhere, but that was significantly slower than the pitch before. Very hard to
Dirty.
judge.
Dirty.
You get
Yeah.
your hands around so quick.
Riley
there's
did.
there's
Oh
no
God,
going back.
Riley did well to
Yeah.
acknowledge
She
that,
did.
but man, it is filthy. Comes in very fast for strike 1 on the inside on Erin Reid, our new batter.
We're watching that change up again.
Oh God, it's something like a 40-kilometre
Crazy.
speed difference,
Difference,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
And as a hitter, especially with with 2 strikes on you, protecting your zone, the difference in speed is just so hard to protect.
And adjust, absolutely.
I'd throw it here again now.
0-2 against Erin Reid.
No,
And
three identical pitches, didn't
Yeah, strike out. If it works, it works. And that
Yeah.
is, we have finished the top of the 4th. And Port will come in to the bottom of the 4th inning with a 7-3 lead.
Now the Cats have to
What
work
are our
hard here.
other matchups today? So next game at the 4 o'clock game, we've got Glenelg versus Hills Heat. And then at the 6 o'clock game, awkwardly enough, we have Walkerville. Oh, no, we don't. We have West Torrens. Apparently, I don't know who I play
Lana's
for.
just forgot her own team.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
There's lots of W's. West Torrens Eagles versus the Sturt Falcons. Now,
You two. Yeah, you look at you, you're the closest of mates, and I mean close. What's going to happen this afternoon?
well, let's start with your prediction because I feel like we shouldn't be predicting this until you have.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, I'll predict. Let me think.
Let's start with Hills and
Oh, Hills and
Glenelg.
Glenelg. Well, I'll go out on the limb and say Hills by about 5-1.
All right,
5-1.
write that down, Oracle, so then you can refer to it next commentary.
You haven't swallowed a thesaurus, have you, by any chance?
No, I've only got one word for everything. I teach PE, not English. We have a pitching change in the circle. Maddie, do you want to go through some stats from Michaela Yankovic? I've put you on the spot. I'm very
That's
sorry.
okay. That's all right. No, she is our second pitcher for the Cats. She's got an ERA of 6.69. Yeah. But no, she has been a strong competitor and a good pitcher. I think she does some work with fellow teammate or fellow opposition, I guess, but your teammate, Steph Trzynski. But no, we've seen 16 strikeouts from Michaela. So, yeah.
Just giving Riley Moore a bit of a rest in the middle and
Yeah.
seeing how they go. They're sort of coming together quite nicely and have gotten Walkerville some very competitive wins.
Yeah, and I think with the switch up with Bianca catching behind the plate, she's doing a really good job filling the shoes of Chelsea Robinson, which is obviously quite hard. But
And they're big shoes because she has big feet.
yeah.
Hasn't got
She
much
does.
going for her, according
I mean,
to you.
look,
No,
have to keep it in proportion for the big hands.
she's just long. Shot by Gemma Letton, cracks this open. Sophie King has made a
great
very great dive
effort.
for that ball. Just goes past her, and Gemma Letton is safe at 2 with a very delicious looking double.
Yes. Like you said, Lee, smiling away there. Let's have a look.
Kingy is going to be close to this one, I feel. Oh, boy. Just gets over her glove there, but
Yeah.
well backed up by Kelsey Barker to get that in. As we know, Gemma can push
Excellent.
bases.
Oh, just missed that.
That would have been a highlights reel one for sure.
Definitely.
Brings up to the plate Amelia Dolphin. Same spot. Gemma Letton will probably stand up, score easy from here. She's motoring home.
Yes.
Sophie King keeps that in front and holds Amelia Dolphin to a single. And suddenly we have an 8-3 ball game.
It's making it hard, Lee, isn't it?
Yes,
For a
certainly is.
comeback.
But Michaela's just got to stay there, keep working. She's come in when Port bats are on fire.
Absolutely. And she's
it's a
come
tough
in
time. Yeah.
at the tough,
Yep.
top of their lineup as well.
Yep.
So,
Yo Grower lets that one go behind. Easy stand up still for Amelia Dolphin. If we look at the stats of our first couple batters just from today's game, Gemma Letton started a game with a bit of a nasty strikeout, but then came up with a triple and a double, so she's well back on top. And Amelia Dolphin had a very long at bat and has gone 3 for in today, so she's really boosting those big stats already.
excellent.
Just an outside for a ball from Michaela there. She's obviously just trying to keep it nice and tight.
Oh, we've got a time called by Coach Andy Colette.
So you want the prediction while
Oh, yes,
nothing's
sorry.
happening
Yeah,
for
go on.
the late game? I say
Go ahead.
Let's have a look. Maybe 2-all draw, I'm thinking.
Oh, for Sturt
That
West
depends whether Steph pitches. Is Steph pitching?
Oh, sources tell me maybe.
Maybe. Could you be a bit more vague than that?
She could be pitching, or she might not be. No, I think she's pitching. I think Steph is pitching, so.
Well, I'm going 2-2.
Oh, okay, a draw. Drawsies.
Well, if not a draw, Lana and I may not be speaking.
I'm going to go for a 10-0 Mercy West Torrens.
I think need to go to a psychiatrist, not go anywhere else.
No, I think it'll be a very close game.
Sure.
Our games are always very close. They're very passionate too.
Oh,
So who knows?
we're very rival teams. So even though West Torrens are sitting 5th on the ladder,
Passing her up here.
still
Big Yo Grower gets the old see you later walk to first base. And look, interesting call considering you've got a home run hitter next.
Yeah,
So
I know.
look, you never know. Who knows? This could go well or not.
One pitch could tell the story here.
yeah.
She did ground out last at bat. Outside for a strike, number 1. If you missed the start of the game, Jess Maslin came in and absolutely smoked a ball over
Yes.
left field fence. No chance at all of anything there. So
Yeah.
she's hot with the bat. Ball outside.
Absolutely. I think it's been a while for Jess this season. I think that would have been her first hit over.
Yeah, I think it
Wow.
might have been her first dinger, although
Yeah.
she does hit the ball very hard.
What did you call it last time? A ding dong.
A ding-dong, a big ding-dong.
Yeah. Oh,
She's
that's
gone
deep.
high, very high.
Oh,
my God,
gosh.
she's hit a double. That is 2 3-run home runs. She cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
my gosh.
And she has just absolutely blown this game right open. There'll be some
Wow.
Kodak moments from these run homes, I think.
Absolutely.
Holy moly. Lee, opinions, thoughts, shocks?
Well, I go and watch the girls' baseball tomorrow at Glenelg. Well, they're playing at Sturt's ground, but Jess Maslin's a terrific player in the baseball situation, the sport.
at that.
She'll be unbearable tomorrow, might add, and rightly so.
Well, that's one to remember.
Excellent.
The only other person I can remember hitting 2 in a game is Jordan Lambert.
Yeah.
And, oh, sorry, I should say Jordan Harris. But,
Yes.
Off of Taylor Mead.
yeah.
Yeah, it was on this diamond,
Yeah.
and I went over to cover the game on Diamond 2. I come over and Kathy Lambert,
Is
her
that
mother. Yeah,
Oh, I think we might have.
That
Yeah.
could. I'm sorry
A
to cut you off.
mercy on-
This could potentially be time in game.
Well, it is
4th inning.
bottom of the 4.
They need to be up by 10 runs. We've got a little bit of confusion with the old blue shirts at the moment, and by that I don't mean Walkerville.
No.
one
I
in
think
particular.
Port's ready to wrap that one up.
Oh my God, they're clapping.
Anyway, seeing the game isn't over.
Yeah, keep
and,
going.
I've come back from Diamond 2, and James and Kathy Lambert stood up and said, Jordan's hit 2 over. And I hadn't even seen the game. I said, name of the pitcher? And they said, Taylor Mead. What's that got to do with it? I said, I'll just ask.
Taylor Mead ended up being a very successful pitcher for West Torrens last year.
Yeah, that's right. But
Doesn't happen often,
No,
basically,
no,
is what
it's-
we're saying as well.
Well, we're
Of
getting
course.
another replay of the second ding dong
Big ding-dong.
for Jess Maslin.
Now, we've also just got to have a chat. Mr. Kevin Tannenbring, one of our umpires today, wanted me to just make a quick shout out about our plate umpire, Neville Lawrence, who is a very decorated softball umpire who doesn't often make many mistakes.
Hall of Famer in three categories.
Yeah.
International Softball Federation, Softball Australia, and Softball South Australia. Well, he's made a big hash up here.
He's gotten the innings wrong. So if you're a Neville Lawrence fan club member, feel free to just give him a bit of a pat on the back. This game continues.
It does.
If you are unfamiliar with softball or baseball rules, actually, I'm not going to say baseball. I only really know softball. So you have to be up by 10 runs at the bottom of an inning in the 4th
Yep.
for that to be a mercy rule. And at the moment, they are not up by that much. They need 2 more to finish this game.
Yes.
Well, he has a
Yeah.
nickname. It's Never Wrong. Well, we may need to revisit that name.
Well, if you gave it to him, you better think of a cool new nickname.
Yes, I will. Forget about Lawrence of Arabia. This is Lawrence of West Beach.
Well, we've had a bit of a break since Jess Maslin's big home run, so maybe we'll see the Cats shut it down at this point in time.
Well, that would be nice. However, there is none out. So they're going to need to really just come back with the goods for this to hold a mercy defeat in the 4th inning.
Now, is it Taylor? I think we've got Taylor Chillingsworth up to bat. Or
Charlize Callahan.
one ahead.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just so excited.
You are. Yeah, we're pumped here. There's been lots of action.
There's a challenge for you against Steph, Maddie. Put 2 over. You can have
be in the same
You can
spot.
have money with me.
Look, at the moment, I'm just looking to get some safe hits on the board.
Yeah, you're not greedy. I know that. You're not
No.
that type of person. Unlike Loma. No, I was only joking.
I would dream to do that. That's in my dreams.
I've seen you hit ball over, and they were cracking shots too.
Well,
Lana's got some power behind her.
Charlize Callahan has kept the absolute run buffet coming, and she is on first base.
Run buffet.
Yes.
Yeah. You attend the buffet, you just keep getting what you want, and in this game, it is hits to the outfield.
And you keep getting big.
Yeah. What's for dessert? Well, up next, we've got Taylor Chillingworth, who has flown out and had a successful sacrifice bunt this game, but another very scary one in the box because you just don't know what she's going to do.
Definitely. She had a few nice hits on Wednesday night.
Ball just slips away from
luckily
Bianca
for me,
Ramsey.
She had one that came out to centre and it just tailed off. And I shut my eyes and luckily it went in my glove. But other than that...
What a good tip for young players.
Sometimes...
From an Aussie Spirit squad member, just close your eyes and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, I mean, try to keep them open.
And not cross-eyed.
Yes. Jordan Harris.
So Geordie's not playing today. That's it for her, isn't it, Geordie?
Yes, Jordan Harris is not going to play today. I think she's just going to...
You'll miss a quality player.
Absolutely. She's a quality player, quality human being, which, let's face it, is more important.
Absolutely.
Of course it is.
Bit of a long at-bat going on. 2 balls on Taylor Chillingworth.
Oh, we have... That
Or
must...
4 balls?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at this, and I'm not keeping total track sometimes.
I think she didn't know either. I think everyone was a little bit surprised, but I think that's 4 balls. Now we've got...
Intentional.
Oh.
It was an intentional walk.
There
Sorry.
you go.
We've just had news from Lindy Radigan, who's one of the most fierce statisticians and scorers in South Australia. If you want to hear about her life story, listen to Mel McGee and Karen Dale's podcast.
Which is also excellent.
It
if you
is.
haven't...
Quick shout out.
Yeah.
There's so much happening in this game as far as extra tidbits in softball. Lots of timeouts, lots of changes of player positioning.
So, Land, they have taken Kelsey Barker from centre field to put Erin in at centre. So I'm assuming that they're getting her to warm
up.
Yeah, to roll over. So we might see a pitching change.
Third pitching change.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or maybe she's ready to go. I think she's getting the call out.
There has been...
Yeah, she wasn't put on because they've already had the one intentional put on.
Oh. Yes, which is what I thought. I thought that they'd already had one. So for those that aren't familiar with softball rules, you can only have one intentional walk. So they've requested the second. So that will be a bit of a replay and we will see Taylor back in the box.
There you go. Well, Kelsey Barker has come into the circle for the Cats. We've seen her pitch before for Walkerville. And, she's just another part of their sort of pitching rotation.
Yep.
For sure.
So what did you say? And Erin Reid will duck out into centre field, and bringing on to right field is...
It is Erin Stone,
Erin
I
Stone,
believe.
yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who has had some previous successful seasons for Walkerville as well.
Yeah.
She can run.
She can.
While we have got a bit of spare time, I will make another quick shout out. We did speak about her earlier, but she's just popped up on my phone. So I'll make another quick shout out to Vicky Mcfarlane, who is an avid supporter of Softball SA, has lived and played with some of the youngsters for Port now. So I'm assuming Vicky would be super proud and happy of some of these girls who she helped coach and bring up through the system, because Port are a very scary team hitting-wise.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Absolutely. I think their juniors have come through very nicely. Perfect timing with the help of great coaching.
We've got a few of them as part of the Diamond Sports program that gets run at Seton High School as well, which is led by a couple superstars of the league as we know it as well.
Names?
Excellent program running at Seton, which is...
Well, Mel McGee leads the program as well as...
Peter G.
Yep.
So Peter G and Mel McGee, which is a great, excellent player for the Eagles.
Rhyming names too. I didn't realise that until just now.
Yeah.
And I think Steph Trzynski also helps out in that program as well with the pitching.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Just popped this up to the left side of the diamond. Chelsea Robinson has made a lot of ground. Good result for Walkerville there as they take the first out. Kelsey Barker must be very relieved at that, Lee.
Yes, for sure. Coming in, after they've been whacking balls everywhere, all parts of the field, and she's come in and got one of them out. So another one here wouldn't go astray now.
So bringing up to bat Georgia Burr. She's gotten on base already once this game. She can punch the ball into play. First year at the Magpies this year.
So she was a fellow Sturt Falcon up through her junior years.
Has grounded this out to Chelsea Robinson, who makes an easy force play to third base to Steph Colette.
She's done well, Kelsey Barker, hasn't she?
Yeah. She has.
Faced two batters.
Yep, that's what you want.
What can a change of pace do, Maddie, when you're a hitter?
When you're a hitter, it is quite difficult in timing. So going from a quicker pitcher to a slower pitcher, it can be quite difficult to adjust.
And we've seen that in the past from other teams as well. Sometimes the pitchers who do take a couple Ks off, they can be a little bit harder to hit.
For sure.
In the box, we've got Tara Liddy for the Port Magpies.
Just off on that outside pitch there.
Already had one nice shot this game, Tara Liddy. Hoping to, I'm sure, score some more. There's 2 out, but the runs are never over for Port, it seems.
Well, it's the 2-down rally.
Leaves that one for a ball on a 3-0 count. Now, if they score these 2 runs, it will take the score to 13-3, which will end up being a mercy finish. If not, we will be going into a 5th inning. Down the middle for strike 1 with a 3-1 count. What are you doing in a 3-1 count?
Look, 3-1 as a hitter. Normally the pressure's on the pitcher, so it should be a pretty nice pitch to hit. So I'm swinging away. I don't know about you, Lana, but...
That's low for ball 4. And we have loaded up the bases.
Sometimes not a terrible thing with loaded bases. Can be an easy out for the infield.
Yep, it's a good way of looking at it. Takes a little bit more pressure and a little bit more uncertainty off a throw.
But we've got Gemma Letton up.
Who, as we know, has cranked the ball this game. So we will only see. Across the plate for strike 1.
She seems pretty confident in the box. Not worried at all, so...
11 safe hits so far by the Port side. That's
Very
a lot,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Leaves that very patiently for ball number 1 with a 1-1 count. You said 11, Lee. That is crikey. That's a couple, isn't it?
Yep.
More than a couple? 11?
9 more, actually.
And she has scored 10
Pokes
runs.
that for strike
was
2.
an
She's got the
interesting
most
shot.
runs for the Magpies in 10. Closely followed by Yo with 7 runs. scored.
Goodness. Good one to have in your lead-off position, hey?
Definitely. And with her wheels.
She's smoked this one to right field. Erin Reid just misses that one, but it's in foul territory. So Gemma and Erin get to see another day. Smiling again, as always, Lee. Why do you think that is?
It's just her personality, I'd say, Lana. She's a lovely girl.
From the Riverland?
Yeah, lovely family they are.
Yeah. And she is a new addition to this SA Stars squad, which is excellent for us to have.
Pops this one out
Tricky.
to centre field. It's in the Bermuda Triangle, and it has just been dropped. 1 run will score. Georgia Burr crosses the plate. Gemma Letton sees another safe on base.
And that is another RBI for Gemma. Now we're one
run away from a
mercy.
10-0, not 10-0, a 10-run mercy. That is just an awkward spot. Unlucky there for Walkerville, really. It's not a great spot to be in.
No.
That's it.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I've jinxed it.
We can have another look at that replay from Gemma Letton, which could potentially, we think, has finished the game.
A walk-off, you might say.
There you go. No one better than Gemma Letton to finish that game.
So it's a 13-3 end of game. We wind that up with 15 minutes to spare. Both teams do their claps and they will go forth and shake hands. So a bit of a dramatic sort of push for Port Adelaide towards the end of that game. I think very early on we thought Walkerville was going to be in it a little bit more.
For sure.
Guys, who were your players of the game?
Well, without a doubt, Jess Maslin with 2 huge hits over the fence. She was a standout today. And you've got, it was hard to pick. I think they all played well together.
Yeah, Amelia Dolphin 3 for 3. Oh, no, correction, sorry. I've got 2 for 3. No, Jess, you can't go past that.
Yeah,
2 home runs, my goodness.
About you, Lance? What are you? Oh.
Yeah, I would be pretty pushed to split. Obviously, Yo did a very good job in the circle. Probably not her best day with the bat, which is surprising for her. But Gemma Letton absolutely crushed it today and came up in every inning that she really was needed. And Jess Maslin, come on, 2 home runs, both absolutely smoked over the fence. The celebrations at the end said it all. So I think we can sort of say that it was a great day for her. Yeah,
and I think Jess coming late from work, obviously, and I think she might try and come late for work next week.
Now,
if it produces that.
Sorry, Lee. I think we have a interview by our very own Spacequake, Dave Muggleton. He is going to chat to the big
home run hitter,
ding-dong home run hitter, Jess Maslin. So he's going to have a chat just in a moment.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with 2 ding-dong Jess Maslin. It just phonetically rolls off the tongue. So lovely. All right. Not catching today because you were a little bit late to the game, although you did just make it in time. So spending the time at first base, is that your second home?
It's originally where I started, actually. So I started at first base, and then I guess that kind of works your way into catching as well, because you're used to just seeing anything and catching anything.
Now let's talk about the 2 big highlight plays. Let's start with the first one. So 2 home runs off of 2 different pitches. First one, how did it feel off the bat?
To be honest, I didn't like it off the bat. I was way out of my strike zone, but I was able to get up and get to it, and I guess it just carried, and it felt good, but I thought, this is a bit high, and I was lucky that it went over.
Now, you had a bit of a celebration as you were crossing over home plate, and we were talking during the game. You were a bit disappointed that I wasn't there to photograph it. So I said, well, you're just going to have to give me another one then, aren't you? Were you expecting to hit another one?
No, absolutely not. I was kind of joking around with the whole photo thing, because obviously it's my first one at Port and first one in quite a few years. But just as a bit of a joke, but if I get a second one eventually, thinking it'd be like a couple of games time, and then I guess went a little bit loose again, hit another one.
Now, we were talking about Port Adelaide because I think Vicky Mcfarlane was watching it on this game, and she was involved in a lot of those young girls while they were juniors. You're fresh to the team, but you've known these girls for some time on the opposite side. How does it feel being a part of a team where the juniors are just clicking this well?
It's amazing. It's not too different from Seacombe. Seacombe obviously had young girls like Aroha and Jazz and a lot of girls who are very good and up and coming. And we had a good mix of some seniors. And then Port Adelaide, of course, we've got the likes of Charlize, of Georgia Burrs come across from Sturt, and even like Chile at shortstop. They're just so solid and so strong, and I love playing with them. I'm relaxed, I'm having a lot of fun, and let's just keep going, hopefully.
Nice. Well, let's keep going. It's a good mentality to have. Good. Best of luck for the rest of the games.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and thanks for that, David Muggleton. Oh, looking fresh as ever as well in his suit.
Dapper.
But as we agreed, one of the best players of the game there, Jess Maslin, summing up her team pretty nicely. So we leave you now with 2 other games ready to play today. We've got the Oracle Lee Hulls predictions. And before I leave you two to say a quick farewell, we'd like to also give a quick little shout out to Hills Heat pitcher Georgia Hood, who celebrated her 21st birthday this week. Who could believe it?
Yes, so happy birthday, Georgia.
Fantastic, isn't it? She's so young still, isn't she? She seems like she's been around forever. Terrific player.
All right, well, that's it from us today. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks, Lee. And thank you, Spacequake and beautiful West Beach. We will be talking to you very soon.
Enjoy.
Good afternoon.